Hello there, welcome back to some more Disco Elysium. In the last episode what we did was we fucked around and I learned some things. For example, that Gary is gone forever and therefore I cannot finish the armor quest, but that's okay because this is not the sort of game where you can do everything in one playthrough and I have to come to terms with that. So, with that being said, we'll do the best we can with the tasks we've got, but it does mean that I can never actually finish all of the quests. Right. I need to get some level of authority. But that's the only thing I have to do. So let's get some clothes that make our authority higher if we can. If not, at least to make it so that our authority isn't low. Are there any glasses that just make something higher? No, always seem to lower something. Okay, right, let's go speak to Titus. The Hardy Boys. I've also got to speak to the big man about the tattoos. You must respect my authority.
Looks like the circus left town, but the clowns are still here.
Establish authority. Here we go.
Establish authority. Yes. Authority. Feverish thoughts race through your mind.
That's it. That's all I've got.
Did you already try the gun thing? I hear the gun thing is excellent and has great results. You're probably right. The others are only there for filler, to make the gun thing pop.
First you tell me someone's been raped and then you don't say who? That's bullshit.
Stop shitting your pants. You don't need to know, all right? We took care of it. The law handled it, all right?
Yeah. Aren't you listening? It's done. Finito.
I guess we're both the law around if you start to think about it.
No, asshole. You're nobody. I'm the law.
Stop yelling about the goddamn law in my establishment! We get it. You're all the law.
Let's just all cool off. We had some questions, that's all.
Again.
Hanging again.
Just get the dead guy's autograph.
Good one, Titus.
Who called the shots last night?
Are you deaf? There will be no singling anyone out. You can't arrest a Hardy Boy without arresting all Hardy Boys. Do you think you could do that? Do you think you could arrest them all?
A shadow of a smirk passes her lips as she tilts her head.
A trick question. Don't let her lead the conversation.
No, but seriously, who calls the shot around here?
Who do you fucking think does?
Sounds more amused than angry. I thought she did.
It wasn't a question, dickwad. How fucking stupid are you?
This asshole is worse than... Titus runs the Hardy Boys, genius. That's why we're called the Hardy Boys. Ain't that right, fellas?
I think you got your answer, Mr. Law.
Yes, there are some administrative differences. But on that night, they all acted as one man.
No more questions.
About fucking time.
I'm going to take off now. Bye-bye. So I need to increase my authority more. Somehow. By getting clothes that do it, or by getting liquids that do it, or by getting anything that does it. But I'm quite a ways away from a level up. And so I need to go back and do other skill checks. First of all, let's go speak about the tattooed man. Which is not going to go well for me, but that's fine. Hello.
Right to work!
right to work. Shame on you!
I think you may be able to help me decipher some tattoos.
Don't think so.
You grunt, barely glancing at it. We investigate a murder. These tattoos are on the victim's body.
Silence. He takes the photo. Grey eyes dart back and forth on the glossy surface. His face is unmoving. You see dead flesh in colorful rivers of polychrome, melting skin and hair.
Fucking loincloths. Really did him in.
Can you tell me what the tattoos mean?
What it means.
He points to one of the tiny star in the web of lines away from the man's heart, almost on his stomach.
In what must have been Seminine.
I can tell you what this one means. Only one. You want to hear what happened here?
Yes.
Our colonel is deep in the bush here. Deep in the fucking bush. In Benital, 41. Monsoon season. He's on a reconnaissance mission.
Benital is one of the inhabited islands of the Seminese archipelago near the Pale. Covered in jungle, it was anchor point for the Seminese nationalists in the proxy war held on the islanders' territory.
He spent a month behind enemy lines, scouting kept villages. Nothing but fucking bugs and snakes for fun. Men are getting restless. There's talk of switching employers.
He licks his lips as if drunk suddenly.
With some strange emotion. This is about to get really graphic. Last moment to back off.
Nah, let's hear him out.
Our boy. He's only a captain then, but he knows how these men think. If they don't see action soon.
His voice gets strangely quiet, a long, long way from right to work. His gaze pierces the paper.
At dawn, he comes upon two kids, breeding in the bushes by the river. Or maybe they weren't breeding. Maybe they were just making eyes at each other. I like to think they were breeding. We shot the boy. He was useless, but the girl, she was nice. A little fat, you know, but not too old.
Say nothing.
She was quite the entertainment for the week she lasted. Expired in the hands of Sarge Mason. The kind of guy who'd make Chief there shit his pants and cry like a bitch.
He nods towards the man on the gates.
God. Mason couldn't let go. Cut the tits off her cold body and fucking ate them. Said primitive spirits were watching over him now.
I just wanted to know the gravity of how fucked up these people are. Now I know.
Drowned in a creek a week later. Spirits my ass.
Something stirs in your stomach.
You're not really a scab bleeder, are you?
Fucking mask is getting sweaty. I want to take my mask off. But...
You were there?
No. I was in the domain. In Jamrock. Being a bouncer.
You can have that. No, can I have it back?
Go ahead.
All right now. Free commerce! Keep the goods flowing!
On the photo in your hands, the dead man's skin is studded with stars. Tens, hundreds of them, littering his dead skin.
Just gonna leave now. Yeah, they did some fucked up stuff. They did some really fucked up stuff. That's fine, I just need to understand it. Legendary. Okay. So. What he was basically saying is that they found two people on the beach, or on the side. They killed the man straight away and then copulated with the woman until they killed her. Which is, interesting, let's say. It's totally, completely, massively barbaric, but, you know. Anyway, let's go to the punch clock and go to the payphone. I just wanted to understand the severity of the people we're dealing with here. I know Joyce already said the severity of the people we're dealing with here, but I needed to hear it from the horse's mouth, as it were. And now I have. And they're fucked. Alright. Come on, Punch Clock. I've failed 2 80% checks already. Surely I can pass another one. Please. You got a giant aspirin on the pillow and a pattern of coffee rings on the armrest. Someone's habitually chilling next to the radio.
The already familiar cold
Here we
touch
go.
of plastic welcomes you. It's unclear whether you actually have muscle memory.
What the
Right
fuck?
now, your finger is just drawing vaguely occult patterns in the air.
I might
Sure,
try this again.
why not? Muscle memory is a tricky thing.
Is it one I can't pass? Unless I'm just like the most unlucky person of all time. What the hell? Why? I've rolled like a 3 times. For reference, like, if you have a 10% chance to fail something, to fail it twice is 1%. To fail it 3 times is 0.1% chance. I might need to just make it 100% to pass. Fuck it. I don't think you can make it 100 though. You can still roll 2 1s and fail.
Welcome back, gentlemen.
Right.
What can I do for you?
Let's see. You're a rich investor, Mike. Can I have some money?
Could you please stop asking people for money? It does not reflect well on the RCM, and to be perfectly frank, we can't afford to look worse than we already do.
You're right, that was extremely unprofessional. I apologise.
It's perfectly alright. Based on your appearance, I can tell I'm dealing with a civilized man.
Playing the pity card, are we? Whatever gets us over the moon, baby. I'm your hand to be dealt.
As you may know, us high net worth individuals do not have a lot of cash on hand. Investments and liquidity are enemies of one another. I think they only have coins for coffee machines. Here is 3 real. How much can you get for this?
Thank you for your kindness.
You're welcome. You know,
His eyes narrow, the light seems to bend more aggressively.
maybe you can make that money grow. Come up with an investment plan. How's that sound?
We should get back to our investigation. Thank you for your time. So I got 3 real. Nice. I'm so poor. Please. So if I get godly conceptualization, I could probably conceptualize a solution to this problem. Yeah. So I just don't think Titus is going to help me. Which is a problem, because I don't think we're going to get much further with the whole body case unless he does help me. So I'm not sure what to do with that information. But I guess I will keep going to other checks and see what I can do. Can't believe I failed this punch clock 3 times. I think I had 80% the first time, and then like 86 the second, and then 90 the third, and I still failed. Every time. It'd be impressive if it wasn't so annoying. Well, it says the washerwoman I've got to do. Sooner the programmer I've got to try and do conceptual, logically, legendarily shit. I've got to... I don't have to speak to Lillian about dating me. That would be stupid. I sell reaction speed legendary. Yeah, all the checks are like hard now, and my stats are not good enough. I think unless I pumped every single stat into only one of these skills, like only conceptualization or only whatever, then I might have enough. For example, I could have up to 13 conceptualization right now, if I put all my points into it. But why would I do that when you have a base of 6? 6 is usually enough for most of the things I do. Conceptualization is already +1. Let's try and make it even higher. I'll lose other things, but that's fine. Eventually I'll get better at this. Also, I've still got the thoughts in the thought cabinet working away, cleaning out the rooms and wasteland of reality. So, that's good. You know, let's go try and speak to the... Right, let's make sure I haven't got lowered suggestion. Yeah, I have got lowered suggestion, so I can't do that right now. Let's go to the church. It's halfway, like the middle of day 4. I've got 38 real. I might as well buy some things. I want to buy the sneakers.
The speakers below
The
are banged up
sneakers.
and worthless.
Reaction speed and
The
hand-eye
sneakers
coordination.
triumph over them. They're the star of the show here. A pair
Sneakers.
Those sneakers.
only Fun Ultra. We're the future.
I can't afford it. I'm poor. Too poor for 50 anyway. Let me think. Right, if I can just get her to sign the papers, that'd be real cool. Then I can go to Evrat. It might not unlock a lot, but it will unlock something. Hello, my love. Please sign the papers.
Our tenant, the policeman. I hope the waves don't keep you up at night. What can I help you with?
I can't do it right now. It's so low. 17% is like 1 in 6. I need to roll a pretty high number to make that work. But I can speak to Suna and try conceptualization. I just don't... With my rolls, I'm failing 90%. How am I going to pass a 50%? I mean, that's not how luck or RNG works. Like, RNG is exactly that. Eventually you will succeed just by trying, but...
Yes, what is it?
Right, let's try.
That's easy. Antennas are basically just tall things, right?
We could use the steeple of this church.
No, we could not. This church is made from wood. I'm not sure you understand how radios work.
I'm so frustrated. I just can't make anything happen. I'm just shit at the job. I'm just bad at the game, I guess.
Good morning! Yeah! Harder car!
Right, I'm going to try, but it's not going to work.
Bzz, 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 goes the track in the background, never ending. You can't grasp what's missing, but you can try to make something up anyway.
Well, if one cannot speak, one ought to remain silent.
The young man bobs his head to the music, much as before.
Yeah, I don't...
Oh, hey, man. It's good to see you.
No words, just dance.
You close your eyes and dream of the shapes your body should form to bring this strange music into life. For now, such ferocity of emotion is beyond you.
But just imagine the moves you could pull to this futuristic beat.
Puts a grin on your face just to think about it. Even a failed attempt gets the juices flowing and repairs some of the damage done by battles lost. If you up the dose and truly dance, who knows what will happen? Salvation.
Dance fever incoming. Okay,
Goodbye, officer.
can't do that.
She's whistling a melody.
Hey there. I've been recording some
These
new
wires
audio
can't work,
from
just
all these
contact
beams
microphones.
and rafters. And yes, I'm being more like Contact Mike, alright? Don't even bring it up.
I wasn't going to.
No. I actually wanted to thank you for getting me and my friends in here.
How's
Good,
everyone
I
doing?
think. Noid is getting a read on the place. I think he finds the carpentry very impressive. Andre's been setting up the compressor and dancing. Egghead's been keeping the party up. He's got the stage under control. Sauna, the programmer, she's doing whatever she does behind that radio computer of hers. She doesn't talk to us much, and the crabman hasn't shown himself, thank God.
I only pass this if I get a 12.
The silver bird has already flown away. I will catch it later.
Okay. So I'm running out of things to try. Like I might have to wait until the next day to try it again. Right, so let's get rid of suggestion, blurring things. I can always try other things, of course, like reloading the save, for example, I could try. But why would I do that? I haven't done up to this point, and I don't want to start doing it now. But I can only +1 my suggestion. Unfortunately. So I'm not sure what to try. But I mean, I've got to speak to her. I've got to try it. Ultimately, there's always the option I can lie to Everett. Although he knows everything about me, so he'll know that I lied. At some point, it'll come out. But I don't know what to do otherwise.
Our tenant, the policeman.
It's like
I
50-50.
hope the waves don't keep you...
Like ocean waves shaping the coastline, you will wear it down, pebble by pebble. Just be persistent.
Perhaps some financial compensation will change your mind?
Cops bribing citizens. Doesn't it usually go the other way around? Save your breath, officer. This deal isn't going anywhere. Now, if you'll excuse me, I've got this whole bucket full of rags to finish. That's my job. Maybe you should do yours?
We really should focus on some actual leads. Negotiating real estate deals isn't our main thing.
You know, there could be another way. You need to go someplace private and discreet, though, like your shack.
Not sure what they mean by that. But yeah, I'm failing everything. 50% tasks failed. 20% tasks failed. 17% tasks. At least I expect to fail those. It's kind of a problem. It's not me. I'm trying not to complain, but it's kind of the problem with RNG-based games that I really don't like in general. I prefer when you just have a stat floor, and if you have the stat, it works. So, like, you can't even attempt it if you don't have 10 authority or whatever. So I wouldn't try, you know? It's much more clear-cut for me, and if you have the stat, you succeed, so therefore it's fine. I don't really enjoy this whole situation of, oh, well, you've got 90% chance, but you could still fail, haha. It might be more realistic, but it's less fun for me. I like when, in RPGs, when the small numbers become the big numbers, and I know I can succeed before I even try. Just like as a personality quirk in general. So, now I'm at a bit of a loss as to what to even attempt. Like, I can speak to Everett for a bit, but I'm not sure what to do with the information I'll get from him. Let's see what other things I can buy. Buying stuff might help me. In the sense that I can get other equipment and stuff.
Wow, a very large red t-shirt with an impressive print stands out from the other garb.
Oh yeah?
Oh yeah. The print depicts a muscled man striding toward you, a giant sword in each hand, encircled by burning embers. Behind him is a cluster of cabins engulfed in flames. Beneath him, Other words, Heimdall burning.
That's a rad man from Heimdall t-shirt you got there.
Hell yeah, man. I don't usually carry printed tees, but this one was just pure exemplar.
We have a lot in common. I'm a big fan of the man from Heimdall too.
I wouldn't go so far as to say that I'm a fan, but I do think the Heimdall saga is an integral part of our shared reality. Most people don't think that the man from Heimdall really existed, but they're wrong.
What do you mean the man from Heimdall was real?
I mean, even if the man from Heimdall didn't exist before the adventure novels, the stories have made it so that he has. It's simple, really.
Okay.
He sounds incredulous.
You sound skeptical. It's not that complicated. All that's required is a more robust understanding of cause and effect. Besides, I've been to Kotla, though not quite as far north as the Heimdall, and watched northern lights travel across the sky. Very unique, energetic tides there.
His theory isn't exactly incoherent, but its logic does suggest some unusual neural activity. Interesting. Very, very unique energies indeed. Geomagnetic ley lines, one might even say.
How much are you selling the t-shirt for?
2 real.
That's dirt cheap.
Cool, I'll think about it.
You should.
+1 instrument, +1 shivers, -2 authority.
Welcome to Heimdall, officer.
So 2 real is not a lot of real.
Typical Martinez streetlight sits among assorted floor and table lamps.
700 real. I think that's a joke. I don't think you can actually afford that.
You see rows of toys. Try to find something pretty and cool here. Then use it to win her back.
Let's try and dig up a truly cool figurine in the box.
Why? What's this?
I can succeed.
A headless man riding a horse. A headless man wearing futuristic tracksuit trousers that say found.
The headless found rider.
Indeed. I think I even have his cap somewhere down here. A tiny miniature phone cap to go with it. Yours for 50 cents.
He doesn't elaborate on what that means. It's unlikely that he will. The lieutenant studies the figurine with amusement. Cool rider, right? I knew we'd find something worthwhile here.
Let's purchase the headless found rider and his cap.
Did I mention that this figurine is supposed to be lucky? Always carry it with you.
He grins.
That was a very smooth salesman's grin that almost comes off as earnest. You should learn from him.
Win her back?
Yes. Buy something nice. A figurine. This sounds off. You shouldn't trust this guy.
Let's inspect the knights on horseback.
Big men on big horses, clad in lamella armor and carrying flintlocks. The kind that would mow down a line of enemy soldiers in the blink of an eye.
Who are they?
Franco-Nigerian knights. I used to be very serious about these guys.
Expect the blue uniforms.
They're not all blue. These figurines also wear gold coats and caps, complemented by orange trousers. They are variously posed, wielding swords and rifles with bayonets.
This looks like Rene, the old guy who's playing petanque.
This is what the loyalists looked like, yes, at first. Then they wised up and got camouflage.
These royalist soldiers?
Which ones? Ah, those. Yes, they are. I find the paint job a bit gaudy, but children like the bright colours indiscriminately.
Expect figurines and rags.
This set of soldiers isn't meant to look impressive. A few have rifles, but most of them carry pistols. Some even shovels and tall sticks.
Are these even soldiers?
You're probably talking about the revolutionaries, yes? Yes, they are soldiers, revolutionary soldiers. I think their poverty has been exaggerated for effect. When you place them next to the royalists, it doesn't seem like they could possibly win.
I wish it was more nuanced. As it stands, I cannot comment.
I don't like either set very much, to be honest. But there are many parents among my customers.
And the tape deck is
all
done.
The old...
Yeah. Let's inspect the figurine. Can I inspect it? No. It apparently is lucky. Who the fuck said it was lucky? I don't know, but apparently it's lucky. What check can I try again? A man from Heimdall series. The books might give me some benefits. I'll try and increase my pain threshold. Books also pass the time quite nicely. There are hidden checks all the time and you can learn different things and all sorts. So that's the plan. Alright. Pain threshold. Anything that increases my pain threshold. I'm wearing the shirt. I saw it somewhere. I swear I did. Yeah. Okay. Oh, either one.
The display rack is brimming with worn paperbacks featuring an extremely muscular, sword-wielding barbarian.
Did any of the books call out to me?
Nearly all the titles. A twinge at the back of your head makes you flinch. Your eye starts twitching.
Ugh, what is it?
Your hand reaches toward a book with glossy cover art of the very muscular man from Helmdall in chains, kneeling in front of a staircase leading to a throne. A woman sits on the throne, leering at the man. Between the throne and the Helmdaller man lies a bonfire, casting shadows on the wall. The shadow of the woman's headdress looks like a pair of devil horns. The title reads, Man from Helmdall and the Devil Woman.
Interesting.
The display rack before you is burdened under piles of Man from Helmdall novels.
I want to buy The Man from Helmdall and the Devil Woman.
It is a bestseller for a reason.
I want to buy the Helmdaller Man book.
Oh yes, certainly. Another good sale.
Good, so I've got them. Then the board games.
A small mountain of colourful board game boxes. There are numerous types of games for all ages.
That's no good. Oh. No same person would ever put their head into such a machine.
Shelves filled to the brim. Crime
The
fiction.
displays.
These books, furthermore, what's more, not a single mention.
Oh, God, no.
Shelves filled.
Yeah. No detective shit for me.
Shelves full of biographies
Mention
of
the Greatest Innocence
famous
book.
people.
A true cultural touchstone. Enjoy the read.
I just want to learn different things. I spent a lot of money in here. I'm one of your best customers now by extension. Alright. The Man from Helmdall and the Devil Woman.
The edges of the pages are worn and smudged. A lot of people have read about the Devil Woman's altercations with the Helmdall Man.
Look at the back cover.
The jacket copy proclaims, Man from Helmdall returns in his most exciting adventure yet. After crashing into a strange jungle, cannibalistic natives abduct his only surviving comrade, Noble Tyribald. Before Man from Helmdall can mount a rescue, he is ambushed by a tribe of female warriors and taken to the ancient citadel of Cloud City, where a mysterious and wicked queen rules supreme. Will Man from Helmdall be able to escape his dire situation and find his missing friend?
Time to flick through the book.
You open the book to a random page. Man from Helmdall, wielding his two Zweihanders, is carving through a sea of savages, his visage fixed in grim determination. His arms, whirling like windmills, are soaked with the blood of his enemies. Mangled corpses litter the battlefield. Good God, this is some retrograde stuff. When was this shit written? You flip to the copyright page. This book was written in 38.
Let's give this a chance.
Berserker rage burns in his azure-hued eyes as he brings glory and honor to his long-lost Helmdaller tribe. From the village of Helmdall, the ivory giant roars like an ice bear, and the winds of Gatla howl out his name.
Give me more.
Man from Helmdall rides on a gilded griffin, his golden mane billowing in the breeze. both Zweihanders sheathed on his back. He is off to war. Will he conquer his enemies? Will he conquer himself?
Onward.
The steel muscles of man from Heimdall gleam in the humid jungle air. Yet the man does not sweat. In meditation, his soul drifts in the frigid northlands he calls home.
Holy shit, this is like so me.
A passage reads, the man from Heimdall looks up, his eyes blue as the mountain lakes of his homeland. He rarely speaks, but now his voice booms in the darkened throne room. Do not try to sap my masculine essence, wicked temptress. Son of Heimdall will never succumb to your seductive wiles. Thine spells are no match for purity and strength of will. Brothers of Heimdall, stand above the vices of flesh, for it is weak and corruptible, yet mine is forged in gore and strife. Queen Lydiana just laughs, a sultry and salacious sound, then says, I have grand plans for you, man from Heimdall. She gestures her diabolical hand toward an array of potions and unguents. First, you shall please me. Then lead my armies against the vicious cannibals. Not a muscle moves in the face of the man from Heimdall. Yet inside, there is turmoil. This goes against all he holds sacrosanct.
Wow, this is epic. I kind of think I would, as a kid, I probably would have liked these. But not so much as an adult. But anyway, this is it.
In the final pages, man from Heimdall mounts Galavarin, his mighty griffin, and turns his gaze to the horizon. Queen Lydiana is dead, but an army of cannibals is storming the gates, and still there's no word of trusty Tyribald. To find out what happens next, you'll have to pick up Man from Heimdall and the Three-Eyed Skull, available in fine bookstores everywhere. Spring 39.
Put the book away. So that was me the chance to say, oh, it's boring, it's disgusting, it's so vague, it's like poorly written.
The cover of this tattered paperback features the man from Heimdall, standing atop a pile of bloody corpses. His two Zweihanders are crossed over his massive chest in a dramatic X, their blades dripping with gore.
Hell yeah.
Behind him rise the harsh, snow-capped peaks of his native Northlands. In bold red letters, the title, Heimdall Man, the man from Heimdall, unfurls like a banner. In the foreground, a nearly nude woman lies spread in supplication, her privates strategically covered by her flowing black hair. These images speak to something burbling deep within you, the primal struggle of a bunch of violent apes just duking it out.
Look at the back cover.
The back blurb reads, his latest adventure serves as the perfect introduction to the savage Heimdall saga. Meet man from Heimdall, his faithful blood brother Tyribald, the noble Lord Hrothgar, and some of their most fearsome foes yet for the Northlands. For Heimdall. Below, in smaller font, you see the parenthetical, adapted from Man from Heimdall and the Necromancer's Treasure. Man from Heimdall, Lord of Hrothgar, and Man from Heimdall, The Curse of Nacht Hera. A brazen attempt to bilk fans for more money by splicing together old stories under a new title.
The publishers must have a dim view of their readership.
Their main concern is the continuation of the franchise, not making literary history.
Read the first couple of pages.
The story opens in media res. The man from Heimdall and his band of northern reavers are in the bowels of an ancient temple, surrounded by an army of gibbering whites, led by the deathless necromancer. One by one, the brave Northmen fall to the relentless crush of undead, only to join their number as reanimated corpses. By nightfall, only the man from Heimdall and his blood brother, noble Tyribald, are left standing against the dead horde. It is an honor to die by your side, brother, Tyribald cries, as his battle axe beheads one of their reanimated comrades.
They're in trouble now.
9, Tyribald. The man from Heimdall bellows over the army of flesh and bone. Have courage for the Northlands. For Heimdall. He leaps to the mezzanine to face the black-eyed figure, and like a mad ice bear, whirling twin Zweihanders, Sturm and Drang. He plows through the ranks of the deathless surrounding the necromancer. It is physically impossible for a human being to effectively dual-wield Zweihander swords in any kind of real-life combat situation.
Yeah, I was going to mention it, but Zweihander literally means two-handed, or two hands, or two-hander. So it's insanely unlikely that you'll be able to carry one in each hand and swing them and use them effectively in a battle. Like, completely stupid, but it's fiction.
And with deadly finesse, his twin blades scissor the necromancer's head from its body. The undead legions collapse like ragdolls as the dark magic leaves them, and the two Northmen stand alone in their cursed temple, where the bodies of their lost brothers litter the floors.
Let's skip ahead.
A few chapters later, the man from Heimdall and Tyribald are in a completely different setting, high above an arid desert, riding a pair of griffins that always seem to appear at narratively convenient moments. This book makes a mockery of the very idea of good plotting, though something tells you coherence was never the point. The Northmen find themselves in the court of a powerful southern king, Lord Hrothgar. The old king beseeches the man from Heimdall to rid his kingdom of the Nachtherra, a subterranean clan of blind wizards who traded their souls for demonic powers. The man from Heimdall extracts a high price from the desperate king. He asks land for the homeless desert pygmies living exiled in the kingdom's borderlands. Hrothgar offers the hand of his eldest daughter instead, but the son of winter does not budge.
Why is the man from Heimdall doing all this?
What do you mean?
Why is he doing all of this?
Because the flame of justice burns bright within his chest. Because, above all, he's driven to bring honor to the name of his beloved Heimdall. Because his noble Cutlan blood lusts for glory and conquest. It cannot be denied.
Is that all?
What do you mean, is that all?
Is there anything else to his character?
He is the man from Heimdall, forged in the fury of battle. Death was his sire, and blood his dam. He had but 14 winters when he left his frigid homelands in Cutla to seek glory and honor. That is his character. He doesn't even have a real name. What is inside this man? Or is muscle and bone all he is? Hey, nothing wrong with muscle and bone. The point is, why should you care about this character? Does he have any inner conflicts? Unspoken motivation? A tragic flaw, perhaps?
Exactly, where's the tension inside of him?
He is the wildest man alive. The only mortal strong enough to wield the twin Zweihanders, Sturm and Drang, whose names mean storm and...
Yeah, I get it, he's strong and has big swords, but why should I care about his character?
What are you, a book critic?
That might be.
Enough. You're ruining the pacing of the story. Now where did you leave off? Ah yes. What pacing? You skip past a section detailing an elaborate banquet with many toasts, as well as the long and perilous journey from Hrothgar's keep to the ancient forest of Yesdor, where our heroes infiltrate the Nachtherra's dire hall. In the center of the great hall stands a blood altar on which a pair of Nachtherra are disemboweling a shrieking peasant, an unholy rite that empowers the Nachtherra forbidden magic. As the vile ceremony ends, the sound of steel unsheathing draws the Nachtherra's attention to a pair of cloaked figures standing in the doorway. This is what you came for, isn't it? A climatic bloodletting where men are reduced to muscle and fury. Swiftly, the visitors toss off their cloaks and unsheathe glimmering northern steel. It's the man from Heimdall and his valiant blood brother, Tyribald.
Oh yeah, who else would it be?
In an instant, the Nachtherra summon a horde of gibbering orcanoids who rush our heroes. The hall fills with the clang of blades and the screams of the dying as the floor goes slick with steaming orcanoid viscera. Oh, for fuck's sake. When the din of battle settles, only the man from Heimdall and Tyribald remain standing. Exhausted and dripping with the entrails of their foes, the two Northmen confront the foul Nachtherra. The man from Heimdall's soda-like blue eyes fill with indescribable fury. For the Northlands, he cries, rushing headlong into a desperate melee.
You've got to be kidding me.
What?
It's almost exactly the same as the first scene. Even the word gibbering is used twice.
In the first scene, the man from Hyundal fought a powerful necromancer and his army of the dead. Now he's confronting a pair of Nakterra and their horde of Orkanoid thralls. The two couldn't be further apart.
Yes, but it's like cyclical. It's like one of those children's cartoons where the same thing happens all the time. The bad guy tells you the plan, and then they solve the plan, and then they win, and then it's just boring. What happens next?
An excellent question. One easily answered by purchasing the next thrilling chapter in the Hyundalaman saga, Hyundalaman at the Gates of Tomorrow. The last page of this one merely reads, "To be continued." Considering the sheer amount of different Hyundalaman books out there, it's very unlikely you're ever gonna find the sequel. The man from Hyundal stares at you on the cover.
Yeah, so basically, it's like a con. It's like all Superman or superhero comics and shit. Like, it's just a con. The same thing happens all the time, and you have to be stupid to not see it. The same use of language, the same overarching plot, the same everything. It's just boring. But don't take my word for it. Make your own mind up. Right. I'll see you guys next time when we read The Greatest Innocence, and then probably find our way towards the end of the day, trying to figure out what we're going to do. See you then. Goodbye.